What if what you most wish for, more space, more stuff, is exactly what's preventing you from peace? For years, I chased the dream. A bigger house, a walk-in closet, an extra guest room I never used. More square footage, more storage, more things. Then, one evening, after schlepping yet another box of clothes upstairs and realizing I never wore half of them, I stepped back and saw none of it brought calm. I was buried in chaos, burdened by more. So I took drastic action. I downsized. I moved into a studio apartment, a mere 400 square feet, one space serving as living room, office, dining room, bedroom, and dreamscape. At first, it felt empty. I'd pull open a drawer and encounter space, silence, a blank canvas both combative and seductive. Until I remembered, emptiness doesn't mean without, it means endless possibility. I pledged allegiance to minimalism, not the kind in glossy shelter magazines, but a version born of desperation and hope. If it didn't serve a purpose or spark joy, it had to go. The sweater I hadn't used in 2 years, gone. Duplicate mugs, donated. Tech cables muttering just in case, tossed. Books I never read, rehomed. With each purge, every possession earned its place. My bed became my couch. My dining table doubled as my workstation. I learned space optimization, 1 piece of furniture, 2 jobs. I painted the walls an off-white. I placed soft lamps in choice corners so light could dance without glare. I splurged on a folding desk that tucks away at night and stacked my favorite books into a neat bedside tower. Everything found a purpose, and something odd happened. The less I owned, the more peace I felt. I wasn't buried under things. I was surrounded by intention. Mornings no longer began with frantic tidying. I sipped coffee by the window, the city skyline framing my view like art. In that same spot where days before I'd glared at clutter with overwhelm, I journaled. I stopped scrolling decor sites, craving granite countertops and sprawling hallways. Instead, I rummaged thrift shops for a woven basket to corral magazines, and I delighted when a second-hand lamp cast perfect golden light. I decorated not to impress strangers, but to calm myself. In my previous home, I filled silence with noise, TV, music, podcasts, because quiet felt like absence. Here in the studio, silence is soothing. It holds my thoughts, my dreams, even my fears. I learned to sit with stillness, to feel my heartbeat, to notice when anxiety whispered, "What if you miss something?" And then remind myself, I'm exactly where I need to be. Living in one room doesn't mean thinking small, it means choosing wisely. Instead of wasting weekends cleaning unused guest rooms, I now spend Saturdays walking in the nearby park, writing letters, or learning to bake sourdough. I stopped spending money on things I wouldn't touch and began investing in experiences that fill me up. When friends visit, they gasp at the open space. "How do you live here?" they ask. I smile, because I'm not hiding behind walls. There's nothing to hide. I can see my whole life at once, and it's enough. The key was discipline learned in that studio. I applied the same principle to my mind. If a thought doesn't serve me, I'm not moving fast enough. I should look a certain way. I'm falling behind. I acknowledge it, question it, and let it go. I create room for kinder truths. I'm doing my best. I am enough. I'm exactly on time. This journey wasn't painless. I lost things I believed defined me. Furniture I'd fought to collect, clothes that felt like armor, gadgets promising convenience. But with each loss, I discovered freedom. I learned that peace doesn't come from accumulation. It comes from release. Now, when I step out the door, I carry only keys, my phone, and a small bag. My mind isn't cluttered with possessions or should-haves. It's still like the surface of a placid lake, seeing the clear path ahead. Peace isn't something you add, it's something you uncover by letting go. by clearing physical space and emotional baggage, by realizing the life you want might already fit within 4 simple walls. If you're exhausted chasing more, maybe it's time to consider less. Because sometimes peace waits in the smallest space you never imagined. If this story speaks to you, hit like, subscribe to Raw Begin for your next soulful reset, and share it with someone ready to experience freedom in less. Let's unlearn what doesn't serve us and find the peace that was always there.